Hello and welcome back to Robert's Rebellion. So, because the realm is now all together, what I'm going to do is this to make the whole world look a little bit prettier, and to mean that you don't notice Summerhall and Old Stones quite as much here. And then we need to think about what we're going to do next, because we have everything. We have absolutely everything we could ever want, but we want a little bit more. So first of all, I'm going to deal with these, and then I think we're going to head east, as what people suggested. We might head over to Essos a little bit. With nothing west, we could go north if we wanted to potentially get these ones. Now, there is going to be a White Walker invasion at some point. I don't know when, but at some point there may be one. So we'll need to keep an eye out, or we could go south. All of them are okay options. We'll see what kind of wars we got after we deal with these. So we have Mathos. What's he doing? Trying to replace Stannis' Hand of the King. Oh well, whatever. If you succeed, well done, I guess. Trying to replace Eddard Stark as Master of Arms. And then trying to replace Eddard Stark as Master of Arms. So, yeah, who cares? Those three are pretty much a who cares situation. Command 2 people to end wars, I can ransom all my prisoners, and I can banish Garen to the Night's Watch. Now, he's the peasant who revolted against me, right? Oh yeah, so we got Aegon, we got Rhaenys, and we got Garen. Garen, I think banishing to the Night's Watch seems like a fair thing. Yeah, goodbye. Right, so now we've got rid of that. We've already had our tourney of King's Landing. So, I think we're ready to start looking at attacking. Now, Summerhall and Old Stones, we can actually get into our realm. All we have to do is colonize. However, colonizing costs 1,000 gold. That's an issue. So, we're going to do that eventually. Let's have a look. So, everything in yellow is something we currently have a potential. I think it's everything we have a CB against, but sometimes it shows you potential targets. So, let's see what we got. So, over here, Emancipation of Tyrosh. So we have Emancipation Wars. So that takes away slavery and then adds them to our realm, I believe, if we go and have a look at it. So yeah, they practice slavery so we can set their slaves free. We give them a chance to surrender. If we win the war, then... If we win the war, then Tyrosh implements indentured servitude. I'm sure it made them part of our realm when I tried it previously. Maybe it doesn't do that anymore. Or we can embargo and get a bunch of money. Interesting. Now, if you declare war on Tyrosh, it's not quite as easy as it seems. Because you declare the war, right? And then all of these other ones join in along the way. So how many men do we actually have available to us? 163,000. Now that is a fair number of men, to be fair, on the other side. And we can raise them up fairly quickly. How many boats do we have? That's really our main issue. 400, so... Sorry, 450. So that means that we can get across 45,000 men at a time. That's also not bad. Let's try it. A little war on Tyrosh. Although we could declare on someone like the Disputed Forest first. They're much weaker. And it lets us have a better idea. We can't, because we don't have a CB. Alright, how about Lys? So we could declare on them. Okay. Who else? So we have some other ones. We have Motho we can declare a war on. Over here. Anti-Nomad War. Okay, his horde is split up. All women kidnapped, slaves captured, and swords stolen from the subjects of King Robert Baratheon. Wait, sorry, what? Surely that's the wrong way around. Wait, what? The top bit is a bit weird. Oh no, okay, I misread that. It's not an instruction. It's all women who have been kidnapped, slaves who have been captured, swords that have been stolen from me, are then returned. Okay, I got it. Are then returned and we get some gold, but nobody has actually been captured. Or of course we can do emancipation wars against these guys as well. Okay, interesting. So that's fine. Who else have we got over here? So these will be Emancipation Wars all the way along. Anti-Nomad, Anti-Nomad, Anti-Nomad. Yeah, all the way along pretty much. Cool. Do we have any other wars? Just out of curiosity. Doesn't look like it, no. I'm going to declare war on Lys. They seem like they're just large enough that it's worth doing, and just small enough that we don't care about what the consequences are if we fail. Also, I'm just going to move my Hand of the King from well, not Hand of the King, my Master of Laws from performing statecraft to fabricating claims on these islands. Perfect. Right. Let's go. 1 Emancipation War. No. Okay, I didn't read the... You can't do this. One of these must be true. I'm a liberator of the culture group Essosi. We are both in Westeros, or our realms neighbour each other. Okay. What about Tyrosh? Our realms neighbour each other, right? In a way. No, they don't. Oh, okay. Can I move Tywin? Please go over here. So we actually need to get a neighbouring province first. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. When can I move Tywin? I can move him in 6 months. Right, well, 6 months then. Some kin are unhappy I granted the Lordship of Fontaine to Lord Barth Cafferton as they thought they were going to get it. Well, they weren't, so that's fairly easy. An emissary from the High Septim has come to our court to announce that we are an anathema to everything that is holy. We have been excommunicated. A warden title stands empty. This is an ancient and venerable duty and must be fulfilled. A warden of the West. It's going to be Tywin, probably. Hey, don't just lift that excommunication. You owe me a favor. Surely that should be something that's on a favor. We must repent of our sins. What if I just execute him? Will he do it then? I just imprison him. He's acted dishonorably towards me, so... Right. Lift my excommunication. Can I not do it while he's imprisoned? Right. Oh, there's all sorts of little things you can do on the, all of these are new, I think, actually. Or some of these are new, anyway. That's cool. Call in secession support? We don't need that. We can't do that while he's imprisoned? Yeah, call him for a trial. Let's see how he likes it. He's demanded trial before the court, which Stannis shall oversee. Well, Stannis is a little bit wounded there. Okay, he's got a head wound. Right, so, at the start of the trial, he's formally accused of sedation and conspiracy against the realm, a charge brought by King Robert Baratheon. Alright, he presented his defense and some decent arguments were made, and some people in court seemed to sympathize. Stannis rebuked his questions with ease. Unfortunately, the argument was boring. Many at court seemed to fall asleep. Been found innocent. Here's the thing. No. He is now going to be executed. You know, we'll have him beheaded. Right. His successor, the High Septim, will now lift my excommunication. Do I even have one anymore? I could afford to lose the piety. Okay. I can't even issue a repentance thing here. Okay, well that was good. New advisor. Well, we're going to put the High Septim back on our council. And we're going to see if this one is better. You know? See what he does. Many members of faith are displeased at your ruthless execution of the High Septim, the leader of the religion. Well, he shouldn't have crossed me. Exactly. I agree. My lover is with child. Jane claims that she started to show signs of pregnancy after a last night of lovemaking, but she plans to pass the child off as her husband's. Okay. Your Grace, I write on behalf of the Iron Bank of Bravos to express my consternation at the actions of your bannerman, Lord Walder Frey. They have failed to pay the due interest on a loan, and I urge you to take appropriate action. I'll reprimand them. Also, just checking. Yep, he is underneath the trident right now, so that's okay. Don't need to worry. We are far enough forward. I'm going to continue trying to pursue my amorous advances on Lady Lysa. It's alright. There's a Reachman Westlander de jure war over Withers, and Tywin, I actually need you to go to Tyrosh now. That's alright. Oh. we're actually not even nearly far enough. I thought we must have been on the next year at this point. But no, we have to still wait another 3 months. My wife has retired to the set for a short while to gather her thoughts and find some peace, maybe even the gods. Well, perfect occasion to spend time with my lover. Yeah. Don't see a problem here. And the gifts of love. I sent Liza a beautiful necklace and covered her room with wildflowers, but I've heard nothing back from her. Well, it could be worse. Right, dangerous faction. Viserys for the Iron Throne. Mace Tyrell is leading it. Well, Council's content, so I'm actually going to fire this advisor, the High Septim, who doesn't like me. Yeah, you're actually now fired. He also owes a favor to someone else, so definitely time to get off my council. Yep. New advisors needed. Mace. Now that I have Mace as an advisor, that should kill the faction. Because the council's content, so he's not allowed in the faction. Although that might only apply if War Declaration Committee is passed, which doesn't exist. So maybe they're always allowed to be in factions in this mod? Okay, that's a little unfortunate. Anyway, can I move Tywin yet? Yeah, let's move him here. We'll get that little island. Right, Seduction in the Wild. I'm attending a festive outing with Liza. Unfortunately, half the court is also here, and I'm trouble getting any time alone with my Morius quarry. I'll leave her a note to meet me by a stream. Yeah, what's her bloodline, by the way? Oh, it's the Tully bloodline, of course. I didn't have to wait long for her to show up by the nearby stream. We spent hours chatting and laughing. I do believe she's falling for me. I lean in to whisper into her ear. I mean, she's lustful. Let's go for it. Lewd suggestion. She backed away from me, blushing and stammering something about being sorry before rushing off. Let's try something else. Okay. Informal event. I made sure to attend a minor event at the Bloody Gate in the hopes of seducing her, but despite my best attempts, she remains unimpressed. Well, need more practice, obviously. It was a long, hard night, but in the end, it seems for nothing, little Osmera never lived. Okay. So we could become depressed, but this is one of our potential children. Seems my dalliance with Jane results in a child. Fortunately, Commander Courtney thinks little Osmera is his. Alright. Seduction in the Wild. Well, we'll leave a note to meet me by the stream. And she didn't turn up this time. Oh no. Well, we'll try something else. To all the good lords of the Iron Throne, I declare that Lord Ryam Rowan of Golden Grove has upset the delicate balance of power in the region by refusing to relinquish control of the High Lordship of Northmarch to one of his vassals. Let this tyranny be known throughout the realm, and his power restrained for the good of all. Signed, Lord Osbert Seri of Southshield. Oh, that does sound unfortunate. Right. Lord Paramount Mace of the Reach used the favour on Sir Gilbert to join their factions. Well, that's Viserys for the Iron Throne, isn't it? Gonna keep trying to seduce Liza Tully? Or Liza Arryn? She's probably not Liza Arryn anymore, is she? She would be Liza Royce, but whatever. Aegon Targaryen is currently captive in my dungeons, and there have been mutterings among my courtiers that perhaps a more comfortable confinement would be suitable for a highborn boy. No, we'll let him rot in our dungeons. Ooh, at the Tournament of Firing Cross. Given you just joined a faction to get rid of me, I'm not feeling great about this. But, you know what? A chance to prove my worth. Definitely. We'll trying to seduce Liza. We need an education for Renly. Oh, what level of education are we purchasing for him? Oh, we'll give him the best education possible. And, you know what? Diplomatic education seems alright. Child's learning skill is the primary attribute. Yeah, it's kind of different in this mod than it is in the base game, isn't it? But we'll try and find somebody else. I'm assuming some of the base game stuff still works. So if we find somebody who's diligent and patient, that would probably work. Oh yeah, we'll send him to Tywin Lannister. That's an education for you, Renly. Please enjoy. I'm at a festive outing. You know what I'm going to do this time? Seek an ally among our friends. I found Lady Marianne of the Bloody Gate sympathetic to my romantic cause. She She and Liza chanced upon me by a nearby stream, and the three of us had a great time together. I can tell she is falling for me, for she barely noticed her friend leaving. I lean in to whisper into her ear, and I confess my love. Oh, and then the tourney began. Well, I'm going to ready my horse. I don't need to bet. Yeah, although can I bet on myself? Yes. I'm going to place a large bet on myself that we will win. Okay. The tourney herald announces the competitors of the next joust. You have drawn Sir Samwell. You mount your charge, take a lance from the square and ride to the end of the list, as Sir Samwell does likewise. Then on cue, the horses break into a gallop. Oh, Liza and I spent a long time making love in the water and on the warm cliffs above. When we returned to the main party in the evening, grinning and squeaky clean, we found that they'd been looking for us. Attendants came rushing, more than a few eyebrows were raised in speculation. Well, I'm going to let our love grow, and then we're going to have to start seducing someone else. So this guy right here has a personal combat skill of 20. We have one of 110. We should win. As you close in on your opponent, you see an opening. You deftly guide your lance into strike whilst evading their charge. You and Sir Samwell collide fiercely, both lances shattering in a hail of splinters. You both ride on a horse. You both ride on still a horse. Oh, right, I got it. I was adding an extra A in there. You both ride still on your horse. I got it. To the other end of the list, take a new lance from your squire. You notice Sir Samwell is now bleeding profusely from a wound, but he urges his mount on for another charge regardless. He is now wounded. Alright, arranged marriage between Eleni and John Aaron. Sure, that seems fine to me. I'm not really that worried about it. Now that we have seduced Liza, so we have Dorne, we have Riverlands, we have Stormlands. Okay. Dorne, Riverlands, Stormlands. How about the Reach next, right? Who have we got in the Reach? Could sleep with his siblings or something like that, potentially. Got anyone in the Vale? Not really. That's fine. Iron Islands? Maybe? Nope. North? Again, that's pretty much a nope. How about Crownlands? That's one of them, isn't it? I'll just be someone in our court, wouldn't it? That's probably going to be a lot easier. Rolana? Stormlander. Okay. You know what would be easier than doing what I'm doing? Search court, and then we just sort by culture. Kingslander. That'll do. Yeah, Olenna Kadar. We're going to seduce her. Right. That's fine. And we are charging for Lance once again. We collide, and he is wounded again. Okay. I was seated beside Jane Birch at a feast, and although we had never really talked before, we hit it off. We ended up in the garden with a couple bottles of sweet beer from Sir Gilbert's well-stocked cellar. Ooh, really? I've made a new friend. Right, we see another opening. We struck him with his lance, and we knocked him off of his saddle. We have defeated him, being declared the winner. We have now been drawn against Sir Richard Horpe, who has 105 personal combat skill. He's almost as good as we are. He's one of our commanders in Sworn Shields, so he shouldn't hurt us. We see an opening, and we knocked him right off. Oh, what a surprise. We won again. Shocking, that. We're now against Godfrey Faring, who is also alright, but he is not my Sworn Shield, I don't think. He is a Sworn Shield. Alright. Let's see what happens. We see an opening, and we knock him off again. Oh, and then Lynn Corbury and Sir Damon Darry were next choice in list. Sir Raymond was on a horse, leaving Lynn to be declared the winner. So, 2 members of my Kingsguard were fighting there. Okay. Cool. We've defeated Sir Godfrey Faring. And now we're against Lynn Corbury. Alright, well, he's a member of my Kingsguard, and he's better at fighting, but he has to let me win. He's a member of my Kingsguard. Never mind. Oh, I got a beautiful necklace for Olenna. And I've heard nothing back. Could be worse. So he sent us reeling, and we managed to stay on our horse. Fantastic. Next time we'll get him. Oh, we did. And we knocked him off. Fantastic. We have been declared the winner. Great. Victory is mine. Oh, wow. Pentos just stopped existing. Bravos now absorbed it. Well, that's scary. Victory is mine. I've defeated all that stood before me. No one is capable of unhorsing me from my fine mount. I've claimed the winner's purse and the adulation of the gallery. Fantastic. And we have won our bet. So we get 180 from that. And the Warden of the South stands empty, and apparently Mace of the Reach will get that one. Okay. Well, the tourney is finally over. It's time to ride home, and having completed Game Lane the lifts. Fantastic. Well, with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.